MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Well, in a 7-game series, winning Game 1 on the road is great, but it doesn't mean all that much if you can't back it up and win Game 2. A win here really puts them in a commanding position, but if they split these first 2 games, it basically becomes a best of a 5-game series starting all over again from scratch.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, as this game moves along, keep an eye on Gerardo Parra. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Time for a look at the Stros on D. And I want to focus on Jose Altuve. Pound for pound, the best player in Big League Baseball. A Gold Glove second baseman, he can do it all. 5 tools, the ability to turn a double play with the best of them.
Here comes the first pitch. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch as we are underway here in Game 2. A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Softly hit out to short. Throw on to first, and Kendrick is gone. 2 away now.
Batting third baseman number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Now the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger.
Swung on by Rendon, and this is sent to deep left. Gone! Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. His first homer here in the series. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Batting fourth.
Here's Matt Adams now.
Matt Adams.
As he rips it on the ground to second. Altuve has it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nats on the board first, courtesy of the solo home run. Home half of the first. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I'm watching the guy they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 10 games, so he's got to be oozing with confidence right now. He's the guy in that lineup that these pitchers have to hold down if they're going to even try to be successful.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. In the outfield, Gerardo Parra, former Gold Glover, takes amazing routes to the baseball, big-time arm, a pitcher's best friend.
Michael Brantley.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the third baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and he's nabbed trying for two.
Batting second, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Stepping in, Alex Bregman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down and away like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
On to first, and Sanchez has got it working now. There are two away.
Second baseman.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. Missed with a slider. And he got him. 1-2. Coming to the plate now, Juan Soto. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning. Here comes the first pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Reddick has it, and it's a quick out, number one. So coming to the plate, Brian Dozier, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Greinke ready now. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty. One man out. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
In is Gerardo Parra. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. This is in the air out to right. Reddick has a read on it, and the inning is over. Good work there by Zach Greinke. His club trails 1-0. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The shortstop, Carlos Correa.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded fouled off to the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Yuli Gurriel is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
The next 1-2 pitch. Popped him up. And there's out number 2.
Batting fifth, designated hitter, Ryan Zimmerman.
Standing in, Ryan Zimmerman will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball 1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Adams is there, and that's the 3rd out. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Leading off for Washington, the designated hitter, Michael Taylor.
First offering on its way. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1. Career line against Greinke. He's 1 for 5. Hot shot on the ground is short. Correa takes it in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting ninth, catcher.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. In now is Adam Eaton. He went down looking to open up the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive, base hit.
Yeah, maybe a shot here now with 2 away as they finally get another base runner on. He stranded 6 in a row prior to this point, so he's had his way with these guys for the past couple of innings.
Here's Howie Kendrick. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 home. Fouled away.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Curveball that time, not even close. Here's the 2-2. Line towards center field. In there, the base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
In now is Anthony Rendon as Greinke jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And a good job to lay off the fastball there, close, but it's 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a slider that misses below the zone.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Eaton on second. Kendrick at first. 2 out in the inning. Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. Three-two pitch. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
The batter, first baseman.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Into the box now, Matt Adams, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Hard hit to first. Uriel picks it up, and he'll take it to the bag himself. And a great job of pitching out of the bases loaded situation as the side is retired. Here's George Springer. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Center fielder, George.
0-1 the count. Springer makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Just got a piece up the line. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Hit to third. Kendrick. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Juan Soto to the plate now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Number 22.
Greinke's ready. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest. The windup and the 0-1.
Tough slider down low for a strike. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
The batter, number 10, shortstop.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled off. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Schwartz corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Dozier is retired, 2 down now.
Center fielder, number 8.
Striding in once again, Gerardo Parra. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Line drive to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
The 0-2 delivery. Now he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Correa will put this one away, and the side is retired. Nationals leave 1, but they're on top. Now in the box, Michael Brantley.
Leading off the 4th inning, left fielder, Michael
First pitch coming now from Sanchez. Back at it is Sanchez as he moves ahead of the leadoff man here, 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Hit out towards second. On to first with it is Kendrick, and it's in plenty of time for the first out.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex.
Digging in to try it again, Alex Bregman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Adams is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
pulls this one in the air out to left. Soto moves over, and that's the third out. Ready for another chance. Kurt Suzuki flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike one. Swinging a soft liner. And now this will be a base hit for Suzuki. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Not every ball is going to be smoked on the screws. There's a nice soft liner in the center field that lands right before the center fielder.
In now is Adam Eaton.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
The second for one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the one out.
Now batting.
Here's Howie Kendrick, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Ball one. One and one the count now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
The 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. Here's Greinke's 1-2, and he fouls this one off. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little bouncer. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Brantley on the move. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One left for Washington, but they lead it 1-0.
Leading off for the Astros.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses low and away. Ball one. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. The 1-1. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Seared down the first baseline. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. And this will find its way to the 335 sign. But the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. Throw to the plate goes right by him.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself Himself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Ryan Zimmerman is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Here's George Springer. A ball and no strikes. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Astros center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count. Hit to first. Gloved by Adams. Next up for the Stros, Josh Reddick. A base hit in his first trip. Here comes the first pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike. Reddick playing here in his age 31 season. He was a 17th round pick during the first year player draft of 2006.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
1 run, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. 3-1 to him now.
He's been throwing.
On the ground is short. This could be 2. Kendrick. But wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue. Digging in now, J.J. Schwartz. In there, no balls and a strike. Pitch is popped up. And that's in there, base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Boy, this has been a different guy in the 5th inning. First 4 innings on cruise control. 5th inning.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 2. Here's Matt Adams now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Greinke gets the sign. Here it is on 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. At the plate, Juan Soto. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And that is through into right field for a single.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Brian Dozier.
Stepping up now, Brian Dozier. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Brantley's after it. And he makes the catch for the second out. In is Gerardo Parra. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Springer. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Nationals leave one. They still trail it here 2-1. And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Alex Bregman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just caught the inside corner with a sinker.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on swivel. Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder up, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Here comes the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Now the 2-0. A bouncer to the left side. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Now a sinker's low off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
And there are 2 away now. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Yuli Gurriel, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And that's going to plate the runner from second, as this is now a 3-1 ball game.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Hero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
And that just pains the pitcher. They're already giving up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs almost.
George Springer.
On his way out to the mound now to Washington. Man.
Number 0, Adam Ottavino.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is foul right side. A 1 pitch on its way. Missed with a slider.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got it.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will It's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Digging in, Michael Taylor. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Digging in and looking for more, Kurt Suzuki. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Get off me, ball. That ball's way too far inside. He's got to step out of the box right now and adjust his batting gloves because he just got stung by a pack of wasps.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Adam Eaton. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. Striding in, Josh Reddick.
Leading off for the Astros, right fielder.
Number 60 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Reddick behind the ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first with it is Kendrick, and it's in plenty of time for the first out. Settling in now, J.J. Schwartz. He singled his last time up. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. 4 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. 3-0 to him now. And that's over. 3-1.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Smoke toward third. Rendon is there. And that's the 2nd out.
Left fielder number 23, Michael.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Michael Brantley. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Takes a knee-high fastball. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Fouled off.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
He had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, but they lead it 4-1. Here's Howie Kendrick.
Leading off for the Nationals, second baseman, Howie.
Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Gurriel calls for it, and that's the first out of the inning. In now is Anthony Rendon. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball to straightaway left. Brantley is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, first baseman, Matt Adams.
Here's Matt Adams now. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Brantley is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Nationals down on a mere 4 pitches. They trail it 4-1. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder.
The Astros, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Daniel Hudson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 41, Daniel Hudson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He's set. Here it comes. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. Line drive to center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
The batter, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Stepping into the box, Carlos Correa. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. No balls and 1 strike. And it's 1-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Bregman stands at first with 1 out. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Carlos Correa goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. This one's flared off to the right side. Eaton has it in his sights, and that's the third out. Astros leave 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Roberto Osuna takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 54, Roberto Osuna.
Ready once again, Juan Soto. He's the one to start things off, with his guys in danger of seeing this series leveled at a game apiece, barring a 9th inning rally. First pitch coming, here it is. And he fouls this one off. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. And there are the final numbers for the Astros starting pitcher. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Osuna is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
One out, nobody on. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Gerardo Parra is on deck. The next 3-2. High in the air out towards shallow right. Reddick coming on. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Up next for the Nationals, center fielder.
In is Gerardo Parra. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And they'll put this one away for the final out. And the Astros, in a game they really needed, are able to salvage game 2 here at home as the ball game is over. Before we take our lead, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. When you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series, while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Astros have evened up this World Series at 1 game apiece. Zach Greinke is the winning pitcher of record. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base.